Welcome to the My RC Life YouTube channel since 2019, where we do all things RC and a little bit of everything in between. Let's go!
What's up, everybody? Trax's Mike from My RC Life. Today, I'm going to give this old girl a little bit of attention. This has been driving me crazy. As you can see, I mean, the hood ain't in the best of shape either, but this nose cone is so crappy looking. It's faded, it's chipping the paint off, getting down to the plasticky crap. It's got all these spider web cracks all over it. And then I don't like this either. I might even try to fix this up a little bit, and definitely that light too. But I'm going to try to give this a little bit of TLC. I brung over just some cheap paint with primer mixed in it. I brung some sandpaper, some wet sandpaper, lacquer thinner to clean up the bumper after I sand it, a little bit of paper to tape off what I'm not going to paint, like I'll, tape off the rest of the hood a bit so when I spray paint, it's not going to overspray on the stuff. And try to get this looking just a little bit better. So let's get to work. I'm just getting the cord out for the sander. I decided I was just going to pop the hood, and so I wouldn't have to tape off the whole hood. I'm using a 60 grit on my little 4-inch orbital sander. Now the headlight buckets are metal, but the bumper is plastic. You really gotta dig down deep into where there's a lot of those spider web cracks, because you want to sand those completely out so you can't see them at all. Oh, here comes my dad. He came down and was installing a battery in his side-by-side just outside of the door there. I'm wiping down all the dust off the bumper before I paint. Now I'm starting to tape off where I don't want any overspray. Taping up that light. Putting a layer of tape between the edge of the fenders and the bumper cover. Now I take a little bit of this big paper and I use that to cover up bigger areas. And then I gotta trim it and things of that nature. You can see me better over here on the driver's side of what I have to do. There we go, all trimmed up. Tuck it in, tape it on. And then in the engine bay, I just laid it across there, cut it to size, and tucked it in and didn't tape it. I just didn't want a bunch of red paint all over the radiator and the fan shroud and stuff. Taping up the fog lights. Putting a little bit more underneath the hood. Then I get noticing after I cleaned off the bumper cover that there were still some spider webbing cracks that I didn't like the look of. So I started sanding again. Now I'm satisfied with how it looks, how the prep work looks. Gotta re-wipe it all back down with the denatured alcohol. Oh, my butt's so dirty from sitting on the ground it looked like I pooed my pants. Alright, it's looking like it's about time to start painting. Go ahead and shake her up for a few minutes and start putting the first coat on. You want to go light on your first coat, don't go heavy because that's an easy way to start a run. A little bit on almost where you can see through it yet. You can see like some streaks and stuff and some spottiness. That's fine. And then you just kind of let it dry. And then you can go ahead and put another coat on. Then it starts to get thick and starts to add up, and those blotchy, spotty areas start to disappear. Now I'm on to my second can of paint. Yeah, I'm liking how this is coming out. It's looking a lot better than what it was. I know it kind of looks like I'm not moving the can back and forth, but I'm making nice wide strides with the can, I promise you. Just like I should be. Alright everybody, I got all of it done. I might have to touch up a little bit, and if it don't quite look shiny enough, I might get another couple cans and hit it again, but I need to let it dry a little bit. As you can see, it don't look too bad for a rattle job. And obviously, it's not going to match the rest of the car. The rest of the car needs work anyways. I probably should do this door while I'm at it, because the door, as you can notice, the clear coat is missing from here up. See that? All that clear coat missing. It looks like crap. So I might as well rattle can that too. The only bad thing about rattle can is it fades within a year or two, because it don't have no clear coat in it. Now I've seen people clear coat rattle can, probably looks okay, but I was just going for trying to get that so it wasn't green anymore and have all those cracks in it, because it looked so bad, and those chips out of the headlights looked so bad. But I mean, look at how much better it looks already with them chunks taken out of the headlights. And this, all them spider web cracks, I sanded those out and painted them. You know, maybe if I paint that bird, paint it white with a little paint marker, that might be something cool to do. But yeah, it turned out pretty good. I got a little run right there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Right below my finger, right there. But I'll show you how to take care of that after it dries with a little bit of this. A little bit of wet sandpaper, and you can make miracles happen. And this paint will probably be like lightly pitty, and when you rub it with your hand, it won't feel smooth like a normal car would. But I'm gonna try to wet sand this paint too, and that ought to really bring it around. But all right, guys, we're gonna let it dry a little bit, and I'll come back to you. Well guys, this is what it looks like. We peeled the tape off and the fenders are very mismatched, but the fenders were darker than like the doors and the hood and stuff anyways. But I do think I will go ahead and do this hood. I didn't touch up this like I talked about maybe doing because I was running low on time. But I think on another day I need to pick up a few more cans and I'll do the whole hood and both fenders because I was really pretty happy at how this turned out. Now I only used a 60 grit on here and I should have went up to the 220 grit that I bought. I should have used these, but I didn't end up doing it. And I can see, not so much on the bumper, I can't see it, but on the headlight buckets, I can see some slight swirling of the sandpaper. I don't know if it can pick it up on camera, but I can see it with my naked eye, and I'm in the barn. So when I back it out, I can probably really see it. You can see some little swirls right here up the side, but it is what it is. It don't look as awful as it did before. It really made a heck of a transformation on this car. Do you approve, Casey?
I approve.
He was pretty shocked at how much better it made it look too. So, and then another thing, you can see the difference in color. See how much darker that fender is than the door? So I think I'll do both fenders and then the driver's side door, and then come back here and do this rear bumper. Because if you can see all the light spider webbing, and then over here this clear coat is all the way gone right there. So yeah, I think I might do that whole rear bumper as well, and that'll really bring it around and really get it looking back to something like this rather than looking like this. All right, it was Casey's idea to clean the hood off a little bit, and boy, it looks quite a bit better now that we just wiped the hood off, got the dust off. It don't look as dark as it did compared to the new and the old, so it definitely looks better. But yeah, we just wanted to show you guys that too. Looks pretty good. Yep, now we're gonna have to keep going with it and paint some more stuff. All right guys, that's it for today. I'm Traxxas Mike.
And I'm Casey Chaos.
For my RC life, and I'll see you later. Bye guys.
Thanks for watching another episode of My RC Life. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.